in 3, 2, 1.
The reveal. Oh, the reveal of where I'm going.
I didn't know.
UW Whitewater.
There it is.
That's where we're going.
Yes, sir.
Yay!
Bowling with the Fef.
I encourage you to get fast.
Your bowling stories.
For all things, the game of bowling.
Every week.
Helping bowlers.
The hand collapses down.
Live.
And I'm going to try to bowl the best I can.
2,000 subscribers. 2,000 subscribers.
I want to challenge Chad Nelson.
Tom Corbett.
Jason Belmonte.
Let's do this. This is Bowling with the Fef.
Well, hey, everyone. Good evening and welcome to another episode of Bowling with the Fef, a platform for you to share your unique bowling stories live on our YouTube channel. We are live at Wagner's Lanes, and a big thanks to Wagner's Lanes for clearing out the green room, which is where we are doing this show tonight, and announcing the big news that Mr. Payton Schwetz is going to be joining the reigning national champion UW Whitewater bowling team. Great stuff. I've got a couple things I want to get to before we start with Payton, but I should mention that I did put in a note to the commissioner, Tom Clark, today asking about the TV rights deal. If anything has happened, if there's been any movement on that, what he told me was no news. So we kind of wait. The PBA tour kind of going into the latter half of the 2025 season. The Fox deal with the PBA tour is up pretty soon, and there hasn't been anything going forward. Although Mr. Clark did say at the Hall of Fame dinner a couple weeks ago that there will be a tour in 2026. There could be multiple platforms for this thing, but as far as anything specific, we'll have to wait and see on that. Well, 2 live PBA shows coming up this weekend as the finals of the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands competition gets underway for the finals, the championship near Detroit. The prelims coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. on FS1, and the championship is at 11 a.m. on Sunday. These times are Wisconsin time, and that Sunday championship is on the main Fox channel, and then it's on to the PBA playoffs after that. So a good weekend for PBA bowling. We've already got a commenter here named Tim Weidinger. Says, way to go, way to go, Payton. I'm guessing this is somebody that Payton and his folks know. I'm going to take it to you when I come home this summer. So there's already a challenge for you. He's ready for it. All right. No, but a lot of great PBA action right now, of course, as we look at the recent champions. You've got 2 first-time winners, Gary Haynes at the USBC Masters, Ethan Fiore at the Players Championship, and then Jesper Svensson, top seed in the Tournament of Champions, took down Jacob Buttriff, who had a nice run dating back to the prelims, but Svensson won 221-197 in that championship match, his second career TOC title. That propels him to second on tour in earnings. Okay, I will say this before I get to this next thing here. If you aren't ready to hear who won the ITCs and the men's ISCs, you can turn it off now. This is fair warning, right?
Yes, this
fair
is
warning.
This is fair.
Turn it off now. Come back in about 30 seconds while I reveal it for this next story. The champions, Erin Clemensich, winning for the women. She's from Jacksonville State University, taking top honors in the ISCs, and Blake Walsh of Mount Mercy on the men's side, both freshmen, winning the intercollegiate singles championships. The women's telecast aired earlier in the week. The men will be on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Wisconsin time. As far as the teams are concerned, in the intercollegiate team championship, it was UW Whitewater, the ITC champion in 2022, does it again. Second time in 4 years that they have won the ITCs. They swept Wichita State 3-0 in the best-of-5 championship, just as Jacksonville State's women's team did in their championship match against Mount Mercy. This was Jack State's first ITC championship, although they do have a pair of NCAA titles. You can see the ITC women's title match on May 6th, 6 p.m. Wisconsin time, and ITC men's final on May 13th, 6 p.m. Wisconsin time as well. Both of those telecasts are on the CBS Sports Network in recorded form. Jerry's Score More Pro Shop and Bowling Supply, a big sponsor of Bowling with the Fef. He's right here inside Wagner's Lanes. Give him a call, 715-559-1822. If it has to do with bowling, he's got it. He's got the supplies. He's got the bowling balls. He's got the instruction for you. All that stuff inside Wagner's Lanes in Eau Claire. Visionary Video Hub, your complete headquarters for video production, live streaming, voiceover, and podcasting. Go to visionaryvideohub.com for more information. And
raise your snack standards. Chip Magnet Salsa.
That's right, Chip Magnet Salsa, our one of our actually our first sponsor, still hanging with us into another year here at Bowling with the Fef. BWTF2025 is the promo code. If you go to chipmagnetsalsa.com, order a 6-pack of jars of Chip Magnet Salsa, you get 25% off, and there is no limit to that. So Chip Magnet, raise your snack standards, and a big thank you to Chip Magnet for supporting local bowling and Bowling with the Fef. All right, so tonight's guest here recently announced that he is headed to that national championship team, UW Whitewater. Payton Schwetz has been one of the top juniors in this town for quite a number of years now, and he is here with a host of others, both behind us and on the other side of the camera. You can't see his buddies out there, but welcome to Bowling with the Fef.
I really appreciate you letting me do this. This is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to have you. I'm glad that we were able to kind of break the news that you have committed to UW Whitewater. Tell us about that. I mean, that's kind of a process for everybody, right?
Right. Yeah. When I first started bowling, I had no idea I was going to make it this far, to where it's like I need to actually think about collegiate bowling, and I didn't even see that it was like a thing until like a year ago. Then I started doing like research, but I seriously could not think I was going to be committing to a school that's won national championships and be a part of the team.
Yeah,
that's very successful. So I'm really excited.
And to be fair, they hadn't won this national championship on the ITC side before you committed. They hadn't even won the club championship until after you committed. What was it like watching that all happen after you made your mind up?
So it really put a sense in my mind where I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to a really good school, and I know that I'm going to have to put a lot more work in to become a part of the success that they already have. And I'm just really excited that I get to work my way up to that and be around of a lot of great group of guys, and they're all really supportive. So I'm really excited to look forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. What is it like to have that kind of program, not only in bowling in general, but right here in Wisconsin? I mean, we're only 3 hours away?
Yeah. So the move from home is going to be tough because I have so much connections here, and it's going to be moving into like a whole new world for me because I won't know as much people there. I know a couple of people on the team, like I've met through tournaments, but as far as like the whole community and like what food to eat there and like all around Whitewater, it's just like, it's going to be a whole new experience. And I'm still like trying to prepare for that, but I don't think it's going to be really like in my mind until I get there.
Yeah.
So
you ready for that, Mom? Yeah. You say that now. I know how this works. I left for college once long ago too. Okay, so Check MP gave you a bunch of emojis. OT says P. Schwetz.
That's one of my friends. That's one of my friends. That's like the nickname that they
P.
give me.
Schwetz?
So, yeah.
Okay. A specialist says W.
Think that's him.
Yeah. Yeah. Smoke Cloud YT, pay you the goat.
You think that's him? That's probably him. I don't know why you're not saying it in person. I'm right here. You're just tuning into the live stream, but that's funny.
That's all right. No, that's good. And OT says, so sad he's going to leave, nonetheless proud of you.
It means a lot because I've only met like a bunch of my friends that go to my school like just so recently, and to be having that connection and eventually having to move away, it's going to hurt mentally, but I know that they're going to be successful in life, and I know that all of them are supportive either way, so I'm really happy for it.
And like I said, you're not that far away.
No.
You can come back on weekends.
Yeah.
You know, when you're not bowling, of course.
Right. Yeah.
You know, don't do that. But let's kind of get into the whole process here, because after Whitewater won the club championships, I happen to be down there. The live stream is on the channel. I had a conversation with Coach Brandon Mooney, and I asked him, what kind of led up to this. After taking the club national championship, we kind of got into it about who reached out to who, was there recruiting. Here's what he said.
I get stuck sometimes. There's so many great Wisconsin bowlers out there, so actually Payton was one to reach out to me, which is pretty common, as with us being a Wisconsin school. So Payton came out, he reached out to me, and he seemed, kind of as a formal introduction. So that's kind of how I first met him, was just from a player where I heard the name before, but I'm terrible with faces, which is ironic. I used to be a teacher, so if I've heard names, I know who that is, but probably couldn't pick him out in a crowd, kind of stuff. So Payton was one that, we were able to make the connection. The list of achievements and everything. Seems like he's a really great team player. It's something we're looking for, obviously. So as far as he hasn't actually came to visit campus yet, so I've actually met him in person officially. Yeah. So, but just responding back and forth, seems like a great kid. Someone who's willing to wants the best out of his college experience, willing to come into the program, learn, take what it takes to be a good collegiate player. So I definitely like his willingness to reach out and make communications and be ready to learn.
So this was again a few weeks ago. Have you been to campus since then?
Haven't yet, but I really want to. Sometime soon, I will eventually make it happen. To meet like some guys on the team and eventually meet Coach Mooney, but to eventually like tour the campus, see what home for the next 4 years is going to be like. I'm really excited for it. It's just I gotta find time. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, senior year, you got a bunch of stuff, not just senior assassin or whatever,
right, yeah,
whatever that is, but actual educational stuff too.
Yeah.
Sir Pork Chops, who is Tyler Chamberlain, says, congrats, Payton. You'll do great things in Warhawk Nation.
I'd love to hear it. Tyler's been a really huge help throughout my career, giving me rides to wherever I need if I needed one, and especially like to state, like this last year, high school state, he let me coach and he let me become like a filmer, like just film some of the guys that were bowling just to see like if I could help out in any sort of way, and that was like a really fun experience to have, to get that coaching aspect and also be like, I feel like I'm a part of a team that's like got a really, really big heart and like a lot of energy. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Tell me a little more about that. I mean, you've been coached in high school. Now you kind of get to see it from that other perspective. What is high school state like when you're kind of, advising the players, but not able to make the adjustments, throw the ball, etc.?
Right. So when I coached Alex Wolmer for singles, and I knew I could coach him very well because we play very similar. Like I'm really easily able to coach two-handed bowlers rather than one-handed bowlers. With one-handed bowlers, I can just teach them like the mental game and like like the mental game goes with everybody. And I learned that throughout the more that I bowl and the more experience I have. And becoming a coach in that sort of way really gave me a really better aspect of how easy it is to like slip up and like know how easy it is to like forget where you're standing, where you're throwing, hand position, everything like that. And honestly, it feels a lot different to be the bowler, to know like, okay, I need to do this, but your coach has a different set of eyes and they're like, no, you need to do this. And I feel like I know a lot. I understand it a lot better from a coach's perspective, and to get that opportunity was amazing.
Yeah. See, and now when you get coached by Brandon or somebody else, you have a better idea of where they're coming from.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
Sure. Yeah. OT says he said he's a FaceTime away.
It's just like with anyone here, any of my friends, anybody, like I'm just a text. Like I know I'll be 3.5 hours away, but I'm going to make as much trips as I can back up here, because why not? I'm going to miss Eau Claire a lot. Like I love it here, but it's just the fact that leaving like your home that you've grown up, like I've grown up here for 18 years. Leaving it is going to be tough, but
yeah,
it's going to get through it.
Sure. For sure. I wish you could see what's going on behind the cameras. He's got like 4 of his friends and they're like doing sign language and whispering at each other so they don't.
Well, they're on their phones. I don't know if they're in the live stream or not, but
Well, we know at least one of them is. Yeah. Well, maybe we could get 1 or 2 of them to, kind of come over here and
come on.
Yeah. Tell us
Noah.
about this.
Tell him, let's go.
Yeah.
What you guys did on this post.
You can take this out of the little holster.
I suppose, huh?
Yeah. So we've got Talon Scheuerman and Noah Sieben, who's wearing the goggles and the floaties because of Senior Assassin, right? And yeah. So tell me what it's been like for for you to be bowling with and against Payton and all that.
It's definitely been a journey. I mean, we've came from a lot. I would say. I mean, it's been a 2-year journey. It's been pretty short, but we've been through a lot just as friends, competitors, soon to be doubles partners, stuff like that. But yeah, it's fun. He's a great character. I'm excited for him and can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah. What's UW Whitewater getting in him?
They're getting somebody that's very competitive and somebody that's dedicated for sure.
Noah, you guys have been high school teammates and all that stuff. You might want to.
Yeah, I'll use this one.
I don't know if I can get it all the way over there, but tell us what he's like as a teammate and what this is like for you to see.
He's very, very competitive as a teammate, especially as an anchor, and he makes sure everyone stays on top of it and make sure everyone is very calm and collected in the team workspace there. And I'm really proud of him to see it going to UW Whitewater, see what he has to offer there, and believe he's gonna do really good there.
Yeah.
That means a lot coming from the 2 guys that I've kind of had the most time with on the lanes and off the lanes as well. But even with that, like what OT, I don't know who that is, but
OT, reveal yourself.
But they said, I'm just a message away. I'm always gonna come back. It means a lot hearing that from you guys, and I don't want to get emotional on camera, but I'm trying to hold it back. But it's so surreal to me. It really is.
What about it? Just the concept of going away to college, or is there a bowling aspect there too?
Just trying to take it all in, basically. Like to take it all in that I'm moving up this fast, that a lot of people made it clear to me that this isn't normal. Like no one has really met anyone that's as like committed to the sport this quick and advances throughout the sport this fast. And I heard that from Jerry. I've heard that from a lot of my other friends, and just hearing those words to me makes me want to strive further into the sport and take it way more serious, and to know that I have a potential, it means the world to me.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Now you were all kind of here when Trey Henriksmeyer was bowling, for North and in the junior scene here. We all know that he's built himself up to be all world. He's at Wichita State now. I mean, to see North guys going to these incredible programs, and you have to. I mean, they're the 1 and 2 teams in the nation after ITCs, so this is as good as it gets. That's got to feel good, right? For those of you who are still in it in high school and hoping to get to that next level.
Yeah, for sure. I would say there are definitely people to look up to, just to follow in their footsteps and hopefully do the same thing eventually. I would say, yeah, they set a good path for the rest of us that do live in Eau Claire and do compete around here.
But not enough to go two-handed, right? Like those two?
No, I can definitely not go two-handed. Payton has definitely helped me coach for a little bit, helped me do one-handed a bit, but I've been trying to stick with it. I've also tried to do a little bit two-handed. Payton's also kind of taught me that, but I just cannot get a hang of it.
He's a good teacher, though.
Yeah, he's a very good teacher. Very good teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
2 hands is twice as hard.
It's
as far as I'm aware, I think it's true.
I'm not gonna disagree with you because now having tried it myself, it is. Yeah, it is pretty hard.
I tried. I tried coaching it. I think it went pretty well.
I'm not sure who MJ is, but they say congratulations and good luck in your bowling journey. # Wagners.
I love this place.
Yeah,
they've given me so much help behind the scenes, like with oiling, like especially Trey definitely has a aspect of that because me and him would just come here and bowl on like random patterns that we would put into the machine, and it kind of just tossed down because then when like Pat and Jake, all those people saw that we had that connection, he kind of just I feel like they just kind of accepted it that I was like a part of that, and they were really fortunate enough. I'm really thankful for them that they let me oil whenever I can to get as much practice whenever I can. And I'm always very accommodative to those needs. Like obviously there's parties, there's leagues going on. It might just be whenever I come in at the wrong times, but I'm still figuring out the best ways to accommodate with them. And they're very, very forgiving. They're very easygoing. Like they're really nice people. Everyone here.
Yeah. It's not like some other sports where you've got a public park and there's a basketball hoop there and you can play basketball, at any time you want. You got to work with a business here and, kind of make it work. So OT says, P Sweets, common man, we sit at lunch together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's Annika. Oops.
Oh.
It just blew right by my head. I had no idea. But with my friend Anthony and Annika, like I met Anthony through Annika, and they're both really supportive of me and whatever I do, and it's very humbling to me that I can experience that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure. All right. So, what would you two tell him as far as what you want him to know as he takes this next step? I mean, it's a big step, as you've heard.
I would just say, just enjoy it while you can. I mean, these next 4 years of your life, they're going to go by fast, just like high school did. So yeah, probably just enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say just enjoy it while you can. Just have fun out there and just be there, I guess, just in a way. Just don't go off the rails.
I like that. Don't go off the rails.
I feel like I know what you mean, but I won't do that. I will not go off the rails. Appreciate it. You guys are the best.
Well, thanks, guys. He's got 2 other guys. Maybe they want to come over here.
Y'all want to come on?
Yeah. Now, am I correct in saying that these 2 are non-bowlers?
They are non-bowlers. They're just
We bowling.
We bowling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we bowling. We're both musical artists.
You're both musical artists.
Yeah, we make rap music together. So
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you think of all this?
It's actually really surprising. It's really cool seeing him doing all this bowling and seeing where he's going places. Hopefully he can get really up there, like USA team, all that stuff. I see the potential in him. He's been a good friend for the past couple of years, so pretty cool seeing this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Me?
a lot of pressure. Yeah, I see him doing a lot of good things now going forward in his life. You know,
And I really appreciate that from both of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It means the world.
Yeah. What do you see in him? What makes him different?
I don't. He kind of just like I like the vibe around him. You know, he has a good vibe around him. So that's just first time I kind of met him. He would play basketball with me in the gym. So I kind of just caught with me because I love playing basketball. So I was like, oh, this man's cool, you know. So kind of just felt nice, like I just vibe around him. Yeah. Kind of yeah.
what do I like about Payton? Well,
What sets him apart?
from everybody else, he's like he acts nonchalant in front of other people, but then when you like get to know him and be by him, he's like, you know, crazy. You know what I mean? In a good way, yeah, in a good way.
Crazy.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Just say energetic,
Crazy.
extrovert,
Crazy.
crazy. I don't know what you.
Energetic, but energetic in a good way. Yeah, like you're good. It's a good way. Yeah.
He's fun.
Well, that's good stuff because you can see that on the lanes when he's competing. I mean, where's that come from?
So, my mother has a really deep history with Elk Mountain basketball. Like I feel like I got her grit, her like mentality and like athletic mindset through her. And when she used to coach me with basketball, she taught me like a bunch of other things that were just that I would take throughout my entire life, not just throughout basketball. And having that mentality to compete with like a whole bunch of other boys that I know that have way more experience than me, to just keep going and to know that you're going to get there. And just having that mindset really, I think, sets me apart from everyone else, because when I'm on the lanes and I know I have a good rhythm, I've noticed, especially recently, that I've gotten more vocal, and like I let everyone know that I'm here and that I'm like competing.
Yeah, we see that every time you take the lanes, like we're watching right now from I believe that was a JBST here at Wagner's. Yeah, it's a little while ago, but he does let you know. He has some emotion behind it, and I think those of us who are involved in the sport find that can go one of two ways. Either that can just take you out of focus, or it improves on it. And I think for him, it's something that he uses to his advantage, which is pretty cool to see. Now, you guys said you rap together, so come on, give us a little plug. Where can we find your music?
You can all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. What's the one?
We need your name though.
Oh, so I'm B Lucid, B-Lucid.
AC specialist.
Yeah. I guess like if you like, other people have like my name. So if you want to type in like a song, I just like type in like Beef Lucid. That will pop up right away. So
Beef Lucid.
yeah, yeah. That'll pop, yeah.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but thank you for kind of giving your insight.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm a very social person, so I'm glad. I'm like first time I was like nice,
Yeah,
it's all cool spotlight,
I really appreciate you guys coming out. That means a lot, bro.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the time. And I don't want you to feel like you have to sit back here like a goon the rest of the time. But no, I appreciate the insight. That's awesome to hear from some of his friends. I mean, it's it's a big time in his life, and I'm sure he's glad to have you here. Yeah, I did have a couple other sound bites that I want to play, but I've got some comments here too. Efren Hernandez says, "Congrats, Payton."
He's actually a coworker of mine at Hy-Vee.
Okay.
Me and him have built like a really, really deep connection. He's a really good friend. Like, we haven't necessarily hung out outside of work, but when we have a shift together, I know it's going to be a good day because he's very supportive. He's very funny. He's a funny guy, and just like being around him.
Yeah. Smoky Cloud YT says, "Congrats, P. Schwetz."
That's Blake. Okay, that's his brother. But I really appreciate that, Blake. It means the world.
Yeah.
Every congratulations, every thank you, and everything is just so surreal to me. Like I didn't like me personally. I keep saying it, but I had no idea I would take my bowling career this far.
Yeah.
And it's all coming so fast. And I've only been bowling for 2 years, and it's all just so surreal to me.
Yeah. Now, since we've got you guys back here, I don't want to mention this without giving you the chance to crack back. Jaden Reed says terrible music. And oops, and Be Lucid needs to be canceled.
That's you. That's you. They didn't say nothing about me.
Wait. What did you say?
Jaden Reed with a bunch of D's.
Who was that?
No idea.
Nobody, so I don't really care. At least I'm known out there, and they ain't. So
It's getting controversial.
I don't think they need to be canceled. I still want to listen to this stuff. So.
They're good people.
Yeah, OT says so extremely proud of him. We haven't been friends for too long, but we have a great connection, and I'm beyond blessed to have him as my friend. Definitely going to visit and cheer.
That'd be like just hearing that, knowing that someone that I haven't known for that long would go that extent, just it means the world.
Yeah. We've got Sam here, Trey's mom. Says,
Awesome.
On to bigger and better things. Congrats, sir.
I can't thank you enough for the ride to the JBS team in Madison at Boulevard, because you have some sort of like a good curse. Like when you took Talon to the same event, he got second. And when you took me to that event with Trey, I made my first cut and my first match play in that same day. And I ended up being fifth. And that's just incredible. And I could not seriously thank you enough for you and the whole Hendricksmeyer family for giving me the support. It means the world.
She says, I drive the winners. So,
Exactly. You do. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. It's Graham says, congrats, Peyton. Go far places and have a great time at UW Whitewater. Proud of you.
Love to hear that from Graham. It's definitely within our friend group that unfortunately he didn't make it. I don't know if he just had a baseball game or just busy, but it's great. It's great to hear from Graham.
Yeah. And Cleric says big W.
That's him. he thought that I would forget, but no.
I thought you would know
I remember that name's pretty stuck in here.
I like it though.
It's a good name.
The views count up the same. I don't care if you're
Yeah,
here or somewhere
yeah, exactly.
else. That's
It's-
awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
it'll benefit you the same way.
So, when I was talking with Coach Mooney after they won Collegiate Club National Championships, and he said when you told him that you were coming, he happened to be somewhere out of town. Here, take a listen.
Yeah, because he emailed me while I was in Detroit bowling the Masters. So I was actually it's on my to-do list to respond to him later today after we got through all the business this weekend. So I'm super excited to have him. I'm always excited to have players who are eager to learn and become in the program. And so with me keeping 24 guys on the team, it's always great to add some players and make them come in and learn from our coaches, but also learn from each other, push each other to be their best. So a player like that has that perspective for his college experience is people I'm looking for.
So I'm assuming he did get back to you.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. What did he say?
He was very excited to have me, and just hearing that from a coach who's coaching a program that successful, especially within recent years, is very exciting, because I know that I'm going into a program that knows how to win. Like, obviously there's a lot of great programs out there that know how to win. They have great programs, but the one thing that stuck out to me the most with Whitewater is the fact that I feel like I just know more people over there, and I know like I've seen them throughout tournaments and things like that. And I know of their previous history. Like I've done research on a lot of different programs, but the one that stuck out to most, and I thought that Whitewater would definitely have a great upcoming and they're due for it. And it's like, after watching that and seeing that they won nationals, it was very, very exciting to watch.
Yeah. Having kind of this distant relationship with coach for the moment, what are you expecting it to be like to bowl under him? I mean, you've seen him kind of in the telecasts as these big seasons have come and gone. His track record as a player. He wouldn't be at the USBC Masters if he didn't, if he wasn't a very accomplished player on the lanes. So what do you think that relationship will be like?
I know that he's very knowledgeable, and I know that he's able to coach anybody. And just knowing that gives me a sense of relief and a sense of confidence that when I go there and I'm ready to practice, I'm ready to trial and do all this stuff, I'm a lot more mellowed. Like I know what I'm getting into. I know that I have to perform no matter what, and to basically just earn a spot on the starting roster. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And I know it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of hard work and a lot of perseverance, but knowing that he's going to be there and I'm going to have now building a relationship and building that connection, I think is going to be really special because I know at heart, I know he's a great person.
Tyler says, well, Sam drives the winners and the big college players. Guess I can say the same thing.
Yeah, because Tyler's given me quite a bit of rides throughout the years, and he's been very supportive with everything. Like he's been giving me equipment just out of like kind of his heart. Like he's just been like, okay, I have some extras. This is the person I think of, and he's just given me the equipment. And that he gave me an ebonite Polaris, and that ball I've never scored higher with. I've had one of my first 299 games with it. I think I'm averaging around like 250 with that ball, no matter where I go.
Wow.
And it's incredible.
Yeah. So let's kind of get into the self-indulgent part of this whole thing, where I inform people that I was the one who produced your recruitment video.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I produce these things, but I don't shop them around. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you do. How did you shop this around, and how did you present it to Coach Mooney?
So I presented this in a way to where I was able to actually present this to more than one coach, because at the time I was just looking to get responses. Like I reached out, I think, to 7 programs, and Whitewater was like one of the top ones that I was like hoping to get a response from. But just like sending out emails, presenting myself in a way to where like I come off as someone who wants to work their way up to being like a professional, like working their way to becoming just a better bowler overall. And I sent in I made a bowling resume with all my accomplishments that I did, when I started bowling, what got me there. And I think I've spent quite a few hours on that resume. And then as soon as I got that recruitment video, I started sending emails like crazy. I started getting myself like out there on the map to all these coaches. And I was just like, I want to be at the next level. And what I thought was right is just to introduce myself to all of these great coaches and great teams. And I've had phone calls and video calls with a lot of the top teams, like with Weber International. I had a phone call with them. They had so much great things to say about his team, and I loved it. But then again, it's in Florida, and that's a lot further away than 3.5 hours. I also had a great conversation with Mount Mercy. They were also very introducing, very welcoming, and their coaches were very, very nice. I had very great conversations with every single coach that I talked to. But the one that I knew that I feel like I would belong to, where it's close to home, it's somewhat close to home, but in a way to where they're going to become this successful later on, I think this just sat right with me.
Yeah. When you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Humor me and listen to this.
Now the most important question of them all. What did you think of his recruitment video?
It was pretty good. So it was very well edited. I had all the information on there that I needed. You know, it was perfectly done.
Excellent. That's the right answer.
Yes.
Perfectly done.
That is the right answer, because you've done everything that you could to get me on the map and get me to where I am now. And from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you enough, because this is so surreal.
Yeah.
This whole setup. When I first walked in here, do you remember I said this whole thing is just surreal? Like I did not think I would be here in this moment doing this with you and setting up my future. And this is like it's so surreal. It's incredible.
Yeah, and it's cool for all of us to see. Tyler says, thank the Eau Claire League guys for those bowling balls, specifically Jeff Segerstrom, Warren Mansky, Terry Halita, and Kurt Hankey.
I'll be sure. I met Terry and Warren just a few hours ago, congratulating them to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I'll have to be sure I thank them again for the equipment, because that Polaris is insane for no reason.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Such a good ball.
Great bowlers too, those guys. Error Plays says, hi Payton, from Tyler and Cash.
Yeah, they were very great people to be around when I was doing high school bowling. They were on my varsity squad for the North High School team. They always have great mindsets. They're really funny people. They're really just awesome people to be around. And hearing the praise from them and former teammates, it just means a lot.
Yeah. Now, the work doesn't stop just because you've graduated high school. You're going to Whitewater.
Yep.
What are you going to do in hopes of making their starting lineup, performing to the best of your ability there? How do you get that going?
So when I was watching like basketball when I was very young, I watched like a lot of Kobe Bryant mentality videos and motivational videos, and honestly hearing his story with how he's the first in the gym and he's the first and the last one out every single day, that's where I want to be at. That's where my mindset is, and I want to be putting in the most work out of anyone. I know it's not a competition at all. We're all in this together as a team, but I want to prove to myself that I'm worthy of being on this team and worthy of becoming soon, hopefully, to be a national champion with a very good program.
Yeah. Is he the Mamba?
Yes, he is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, he is.
There you go. Yeah. No, Whitewater's having their team banquet tonight, I read, and they're going to be, Facebook living their awards and all that stuff. So I'm sure that'll be cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
But before, you get to all that, I mean, as well as I do, coming on this show, we got to get to this.
Let's go off the sheet. Challenge a bowler to appear on a future episode.
I would like to challenge Will Madison.
I would say Diana Zavulova.
The better Russo, Lauren Russo.
We're looking for anyone who has a passion for the sport and a unique story to tell.
We've done this once before.
Mm-hmm. I forgot who I nominated last
I
time.
remember. He's sitting in this room.
That guy. Yeah.
He's got his hand over his mouth this. That's rare to have the person who got challenged in the room.
That's awkward, huh?
Okay, so I will change my direction of a challenger.
He's looking right
because
at him.
you had the opportunity.
I did have the opportunity.
But now I want to. He's been on the show already.
Do it again.
Well, I don't know. It's really hard to think about because I've met so many like talented bowlers throughout my journey, and there's just a couple of people that stick out more than others. And I won't lie, like going on the show twice and just seeing seeing the replay of how I was in the first show to where I am now, and that amount of progress that I've made, I think could be very, very similar to talent.
Sure.
Because
I said, that's me.
Yeah. Honestly, he has a really, really deep passion for the sport. And I know that he has 1 year left under his belt. And
in high school.
Yeah, in high school. Not for the career. You got many more years to come. But I will say that I feel like for him, I know that he has the potential to follow like with what I'm doing. Like I wish I had more years under my belt for high school.
Yeah.
But to be at where I am now, just in that small amount of progress, I think could be a very similar story and a very similar outcome with him. And I would like to challenge him for an updated video. So I think it'd be interesting.
You in?
I got you.
You got all right.
There
you go.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge
right there.
accepted. Yeah, we'll make that happen. Awesome. See, that was easy.
Yeah,
I like that better when the person getting challenged is in the room.
They're more pressured to do it.
Yeah. There you go. They could write the music for it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Write the intro music.
All right, we got it.
There you go. Awesome. Well, our next show is coming up on Tuesday. It's a quick turn, but it's a good one. Roger Dalkin, who recently was inducted into the USBC Collegiate Hall of Fame, is coming on. He was challenged by Yvonne Bennett and accepted that challenge. We've been texting back and forth. He was enshrined in Las Vegas. He was, of course, a standout at what was then Georgia Institute of Technology, now Georgia Tech, and was a big deal as a player, but also in the industry. Several administrative positions. He was ABC WIBC Collegiate Director, USBC CEO, and also in the USBC Hall of Fame in the Meritorious Service category. He'll be joining us Tuesday, April 29th, 7 p.m. Central. We hope you will join us as well. I do have one last comment here from Corey Hansen, who says, congratulations and good luck down the road. Another great show, sir.
Thank you, Corey, and thank you to everyone in this room, especially, and whoever's watching for the continuous support throughout the years, especially recently. It truly means the world. It means everything to me, and it just keeps pushing me forward to moving to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have done it without all of your support.
Well, we are excited to see how things turn out for you in Whitewater, sir. Again, Payton Schwetz committed to UW Whitewater starting this fall. And best of luck to you as you continue this journey.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back on Tuesday. Hope to see you then.
Thank you for watching Bowling with the Fef. Pound the like button and subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. Bowling with the Fef is brought to you by Chip Magnet. Raise your snack standards.
Jerry, score more bowling supply inside Wagner's Lane. So Eau Claire, Wisconsin area's leader in bowling products and services since 1988. And Visionary Video Hub, video with impact.
Email bowlingwiththefef@yahoo.com with questions or to appear on the show. You can also reach out on your favorite social media platform.